My name's Josh, I'm 20 years old and I'm studying sociology and anthropology at Bournemouth University. I've studied music for 7 years prior to this, so since I was about 13 I've been doing music through to basically now. But I was just assessing the wisdom in studying music at this age, because it's very hard to make some money when you're in the music industry. Yeah, so I've never had a guitar lesson, I've never had a piano lesson either. I think my dad taught me 3 chords about 13 years ago maybe. I mean, YouTube's a helpful tool. I think that teaches you how to play a song specifically. I think what interests me more is using like chord sheets and then being able to put your own style onto something. So you can just literally, you're given the bass outline of a song, but you can play it however you want it rather than sticking to a strict rule. There's a guy called Lewis Watson, I don't know if you've heard of him. He's quite a small artist, but he's very similar to Ed Sheeran. So it's more like the acoustic vibe at the very beginning. That is what got me into music, I guess. I was in maybe 3 bands. But I worked with artists outside of that, like writing music and stuff. Normally I come up with a chord progression, so I work out what I'm going to play. And then I just sort of start humming over the top, and then if I find something that I like whilst humming, I'll write some words down, and then until it sort of makes some sense. I don't particularly go in with a particular theme. It's often once I've started, and then when the tune, because sometimes I'm like, well, this is more happy, so I pick a happier topic. And often, sometimes, it's a bit of a slower tune, so I'm like, well, this can be a bit more reflective. I mean, my process changes from time to time. If I'm in a group, then you look at who's stronger at different things. So within a group of people, sometimes someone might be better at writing lyrics than playing guitar, or someone might be better at writing lyrics than singing. So they write lyrics for other people, or like these days as well, it's become a thing that some people can be good at doing the computer stuff. So if someone's good at recording stuff on a computer, then they tend to do a lot of that. So it's like splitting the workload between you so that you can make one song together is different than when you do it by yourself and you've got to do everything on your own. So it depends on the situation, but my process is often chord progression, melody, and then lyrics. Last year there was someone as well on the internship. She lived down the road from me, and a lot of the stuff would finish like late at night, so we'd walk home together. So that was based on what the song was about, was the walks home, and it was like a kind of like we slowly started to like each other over the year, and then the end of it was we were both going to different unis, so we sort of had to say it's probably not going to work. So that sort of does the song, and it was just me saying, well, the chorus sort of speaks for itself, I guess. So that song came really quickly. That took maybe half an hour to write, apart from the little pre-chorus, which I wrote maybe a month after writing the song. But yeah, like lots of songs, it would take me weeks and weeks and weeks to the fact that I just give up, because I think it sort of just takes the joy out of writing. It's like, oh, well, there's nothing. I'm literally forcing myself to feel something to write, for an excuse to write something. That just doesn't. So the best songs are the ones that just sort of happen like that. I guess that is right. The favourite ones, at least that I've written, are the ones that have been written within an